Hey guys, welcome back to Globetrotter Gaming. Today we'll be moving on to part 4 of my gameplay of Suzerain. Let's get going. So, on the last part, we met with, I believe it was the Economic Advisory Committee, kind of agreed we're really firmly sticking with a market economy and trying to align with, I think it was called Arcasia, which was like the capitalist Western one that seemed like kind of a, it's supposed to be like the US and everything. So, I'm going to kind of continue that motive and really try to build up the country's economy. I'm probably going to continue with the next requirement it has me doing here in Whole Sword, which is the media strategy. I just want to see a few of these things, just see if there's anything that needs to be done. It's like Gelserd, the infrastructure report. So, it seems like it's kind of more of just like the same bad news overall. Oh, I just noticed this is supposed to be like their language, like Ministerat del Intar and Confendent. Yeah. What's over here? So, infrastructure report up here. So yeah, it seems like overall it's trying to just really promote a lot of bad news to show it's like all the things you need to fix. Like Lockhaven, the Galsum Sea Rig has paused oil extract. Yeah, just everything is bad around here. So I guess it's my duty to fix it then, since I'm the president. One thing up in Morna here. Oh, increasing unemployment in Morna. Okay, so now let's just go back to Whole Sword and go right to the next meeting we have to go to. So meeting on media strategy. So Lucian and Petter arrived at my office to talk about recent developments. This music's kind of like eerie, I want to say. Like, it really fits kind of like the... I don't know, it feels like almost like a mysterious vibe with it, but it's kind of like... I don't know, it's good music for this type of game, I'd say. It's kind of like dark, but also like optimistic. That's really the only way I can describe it. So they both took their seats across from me. Lucian put on his reading glasses, and Petter turned to Lucian and nodded. Greetings, gentlemen. I've just received further information from the interior about the sudden fire that broke out at Whole Sword State University. Oh, that was what we noticed in, when I was messing around, I think in part 2, just trying to take a look at a few of the things. Remember, it showed up something about the fire that broke out there. So tell me more. I'm not interested in the subject. Yeah, I should probably know more. The initial reports from the Whole Sword Police Chief indicate a potential arson case. In accordance with protocol, the Swordish Intelligence Directorate has been called. Is the SID really necessary for this? Why would anyone hit the archives? I see no logical motive there. Seems like the Chief suspects foreign sabotage. They inform us a large section of the archive has been destroyed, which included tens of thousands of globally recognized research documents. It's a shame, so much knowledge. Back to Petter's point. If this is arson, what could the motive have been? We need to make support our education. I agree with that. That's kind of what I want to promote with this, because I think I put one of my main points was going to be education. But I do want to know what the motive could have been. The fact that the employee records have been destroyed along with the research research documents raises further questions. Luckily, most originals have copies in the other universities and some international libraries. The first edition of my favorite book, The Geopolitics of Sordland by Herman Equa, was destroyed too. Oh, that's too bad. Maybe it was just a freak accident. We do have the copies of most important works, so no single fire can eradicate our knowledge. I see no point in destroying employee records either. More importantly, Lucian mentioned that Marcel Caranti contacted him. Who is he again? A Swordish businessman... Oh, is he the one that was like the head of like that oligarch committee that they were talking about in one of the previous ones? He operates the largest advertising company in Sordland. Carantis have always been known as one of the richest and most influential families. Marcel was no exception. Guess that would have answered it if I waited. He was the oldest son of Conrad Caranti, the industrialist and media mogul. What's HOS? The Heart of Sordland Conglomerate. Okay, so that's the business. I probably could have assumed that, but Lucian turned to me. He has offered to meet with you, Mr. President. Why should I? What does he want? And why is he sending his son? Say, why should I meet with him? After the passing of his father, he may rest in peace. Marcel aims to become the next CEO of the HOS conglomerate. He mentioned a productive collaboration. They are a powerful and influential media conglomerate. They own the Sordland Treaty newspaper, the Swordish Broadcasting, the S, which means it would be wise to have him by our side. What does this productive collaboration entail? Let's consider our options first. No need to be hasty. Yeah, it's kind of one thing where I'm not going to be bribed by it, but if there's a potential for, you know, positive reflection, then yeah. Let's consider our options first. I agree, we need to be careful. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, we need to determine the general approach to the media. I'm no media expert, but Lucian made some very interesting arguments. There are two ways we can approach the media. One of them is by influencing it, which is clear advantages. The other one is by keeping it independent. I'm trying to, as much as I want my guy to kind of be like a democratic dictator, which I keep saying, I don't like, I want to keep the media independent, because I feel like if you make them a tool to be used, then it's going to cause further problems. So I guess this kind of goes against the whole point I've been trying to get at with this, but we'll see how things progress there. I just want to hone in my power, but make it otherwise a free country. Ideally, yes, but an unpopular leader will not be able to pass even the easiest reforms. It is of utmost importance to maintain public popularity and avoid any damaging scandals. I must stress one thing, Mr. President. The more people we have supporting our agenda, the more we can accomplish. With someone on our side and an influential media organization, we can do this very easily. I see where you're getting at. Two wrongs don't make a right. I'm just gonna say I see where you're getting at. I agree, but why the assumption there'll be scandals and mistakes? We can always hope for the best, but do we really think that nothing can go wrong, especially considering the very recent history? 2 knocks were heard. Who is it? It's Livia, Mr. President. So Livia Suno. Oops. My new secretary entered the office. I actually clicked that too fast. Her dark curls bounced as she crossed the room to my desk. She spoke with a slight lilt in her voice. Excuse me, Mr. President. Mr. Galati's secretary has been calling me and wanted me to relay a message. Marcel Caranti, the new CEO for HOS Conglomerate, is on the line for Mr. Galati. Well, the ball's in our court now. Would you like to talk to him, sir, or would you like me to? I'll talk to him. Right away, sir. Connecting the call to line 1. So, phone started ringing. The president speaking. I'm gonna say the president speaking. That seems like it's very, sets the authoritative tone. So I want to kind of align with this guy, but don't want him to influence me. It's an honor, Mr. President. I know your time is valuable, so I'm not wasting any of it. I was just elected CEO of HOS. My strategy in the running of this conglomerate will be different than my father's approach. This is why I'm offering a partnership deal regarding our media branch. I would like to formally invite you to my resort near Conriat for a meeting to discuss the details. What does that entail? Our future as partners, Mr. President. Surely we can't talk about the details on the phone. I just wish to have a face-to-face conversation. I'm still gonna meet with him at least, we'll see. You will not be disappointed. Well then, I'll let you return to your packed schedule. Yeah, see you later, Mr. Caranti. Yeah, like I said, I don't want this guy to, necessarily influence me, but if there's, a way we can have, kind of a positive collaboration, I think that would be good. But I feel like this guy's also going to be kind of shady, and we'll have to see there. I'll set things up right away. Expect a worthwhile meeting next month. It's settled then. Looking forward next month. I wonder if he has a pool. Lucian looked at his watch. It appears we're done for today. We will continue where we left off later. Thank you for your time. That was a short meeting. Good work with Marcel. Keep it up. And they nodded before gathering the documents and leaving my office. We were already getting the attention of key figures and potentially dangerous ones. I mean, you are the president, so I wouldn't necessarily expect you not to have any of that there. But yeah, I think that's going to end it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for part 5.